Hello and welcome to Edu Aspirants, our YouTube channel for competitive exams. This is the third video in the series of videos on polity. I'm sure you are viewing and revising the previous videos as all these videos are very important for various competitive exams. Let us begin. The Vice President of India is elected by members of an electoral college consisting of members of both houses of parliament in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of a single transferable vote. 1. All members of both houses of parliament elect the Vice President. In the case of the President of India, we saw that only elected members would vote to elect him. And single transferable vote, what does it mean? You will know when we cover the subject political science in videos for you in some time. He must be a citizen of India not less than 35 years of age and eligible for election as a member of the Rajya Sabha. The President should be eligible to become a member of the Lok Sabha, while the Vice President should be eligible to become a member of the Rajya Sabha. His term of office is 5 years and he is eligible for re-election, same as the President, any number of times. His removal from office is to be in accordance with the procedure prescribed in Article 67B. The Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha, which means that because he is the Vice President of India, he will be the chairman of the Rajya Sabha and acts as President when the latter is unable to discharge his functions due to absence, illness, or any other cause, or till the election of a new president, which should be held within 6 months when a vacancy is caused by death, resignation, or removal, or otherwise of president. While he is acting president, he ceases to perform the function of the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. So who becomes the chairman of the Rajya Sabha? That you will learn when the videos on political science shall be uploaded. The Prime Minister of India is appointed by the President. He also appoints other ministers on the advice of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister communicates all decisions of the Council of Ministers to the President of India. Legislature of the Union, which is called Parliament, consists of the President and two houses, that is Council of States, also known as Rajya Sabha, and House of the People, also known as Lok Sabha. In the previous video, we learnt about executive of the Union, in which we had the Prime Minister, the Council of Ministers, the President of India, and the Vice President of India. In the Legislature of the Union, we can see that the Vice President is not there, but both the houses are there as the legislature, and each house has to meet every 6 months. What happens when the meeting is not held every 6 months? We'll see. When either house does not meet to pass bills, a joint sitting of the two houses may be summoned by the President of India when an ordinary bill is not passed by either house and 6 months have elapsed. The joint sitting is to pass the bill by a simple majority of the joint sitting. Now it is clear to you. The Constitution of India provides that the Rajya Sabha, also known as the upper house, shall consist of not more than 238 representatives of the states and of the union territories, and 12 members nominated by the President from amongst persons of eminence from the fields of literature, science, art, and social service. Do you remember Sachin Tendulkar being nominated to the Rajya Sabha? Was he a person of eminence from either of these fields? Think, how could they have nominated Sachin Tendulkar to the Rajya Sabha being a sportsperson? Elections to the Rajya Sabha are indirect. Members representing states are elected by the elected members of legislative assemblies of the state, which are called Vidhan Sabhas, in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of the single transferable vote. And those representing union territories are chosen in such a manner as Parliament may, by law, prescribe and from time to time. Unlike the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha is subject to dissolution. One third of its members retire every second year and they are elected for a period of 6 years. The Lok Sabha has its members chosen by direct election on the basis of adult suffrage. That is, any person who is a citizen of India and over 18 years of age can elect a Lok Sabha member. The maximum strength of the House envisaged by the Constitution is 552. 530 members to represent the states, 20 members to represent the union territories, and not more than 2 members of the Anglo-Indian community to be nominated by the President. That is, if in his opinion that community is not adequately represented in the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is also known as the lower house. This is important to remember. The total number of members elected to the Lok Sabha is distributed among the states as a ratio between the number of seats allotted to each state and the population of the state. So if the population of a state is more, there will be more representatives elected for the Lok Sabha. Following the 84th Amendment to the Constitution in 2001, remember 84th Amendment, the total number of existing seats as allocated to various states in the Lok Sabha on the basis of 1971 census shall remain unaltered till the first census to be taken after the year 2026. So till then the number of seats allotted to the states will remain the same as we saw a little while ago. The term of the Lok Sabha, unless dissolved earlier, is 5 years from the date appointed for its first meeting. While proclamation of emergency is in operation, this period may be extended by Parliament by law for a period of not exceeding 1 year at a time and not extending in any case beyond a period of 6 months after the proclamation is or has ceased to operate. It means that if proclamation of emergency is to be extended, it has to be extended 1 year at a time. And once the proclamation has ceased to operate, within 6 months, it has to be withdrawn. Let us now see the eligibility to become a member of Parliament. In order to be chosen a member of Parliament, a person must be a citizen of India and not less than 30 years of age for Rajya Sabha and not less than 25 years of age for Lok Sabha. Additional qualifications may also be prescribed by Parliament by law, and they have to be abided by the citizens who wish to become members of Parliament. The Parliament of India has the cardinal functions, meaning most important functions of legislation, that is making laws, overseeing administration as to how the laws are being administered, passing of the budget, ventilation of public grievances. If the people of India has issues, they have to resolve and discuss various subjects like development plans, national policies and international relations. The distribution of powers between the Union and the states gives dominance to Parliament in the legislative matters. That is, in the matters of formation of laws, the Parliament has residual powers, as we have shared with you in the previous videos also. The Parliament can impeach the President of India and remove the judges of Supreme Court and High Courts. They can also remove the Chief Election Commissioner and the Comptroller and Auditor General. We must remember that all legislations, that is the laws that are made in the Parliament, require consent of both the houses of Parliament. In the case of money bills, however, the will of the Lok Sabha prevails. 1. The money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. 2. If the Rajya Sabha has any issue with the money bill, it reverts back to the Lok Sabha, and it is on the Lok Sabha whether they accept their request or pass the bill as it is. Besides the power to legislate, the Parliament has the power to initiate amendment of the Constitution, and only the Parliament can amend the Constitution of India. Due to time constraints, parliamentary business is transacted in the committees, regulated as per rules made by the two houses under Article 1181 of the Constitution. Parliamentary committees are standing committees and ad hoc committees. So there are two types of parliamentary committees: standing committees and ad hoc committees. The leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha and in the Lok Sabha are accorded statutory recognition, salary and other suitable facilities. The Minister of Parliamentary Affairs is entrusted with coordinating, planning and arranging government business in both houses of Parliament. In discharge of this function, the Minister is assisted by two Ministers of State. The Minister also keeps close and constant contact with the presiding officers, the leaders as well as chief whips of various parties and groups in both houses of the Parliament. Also, in order to develop democratic ethos in the younger generation, the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs conducts youth parliament competitions in various categories of schools, colleges and universities. This brings us to the end of the third video on polity. The fourth video will be uploaded soon, and we will see some more appointments of national importance in that video. Keep viewing, keep revising, subscribe, press the bell icon button so that you get the updates, and share and like. Thank you for now.